Hello, everyone. Today, I and my colleague Genzono will be talking about the effectiveness and potential of online and offline advertising planning integration of Liveboard and Twitter. The first half of the presentation will focus on the social amplification driven by SNS with DOOH, which is a hot topic in the global OH market. I will share the latest information with you based on the keywords from the WOO Congress, the global OH organization event held in Toronto, Canada in May this year. My name is Shintaro Takayama, and I am a member of Liveboard's Client Service Department. Most recently, I've been involved in the launch of new business in digital domain and connecting domestic and overseas markets. I joined Liveboard in 2020, and I have been promoting programmatic OOH. Here's the global DOOH forecast published by Group M called the DOOH Difference Report 2022. Group M estimates a steady increase from 2021 to 2026. In particular, it shows that the overall amount of DOOH advertising investments will more than double over the next 3 years since 2022. Looking at the chart, you will find the global growth of DOOH. According to the report, there are two main capabilities of growth. The first one is the increasing availability of new inventory. The other is growing flexibility of the medium. Also, the ability to purchase inventory through programmatic platforms maximizes these capabilities. Especially, the integration of DOH into wider digital media buys, new forms of audience targeting, the nearly real-time dynamic creative, and enhanced screen interactivity with mobile devices. These programmatic capabilities also attribute to the growth of DOH. WO stands for World Out of Home Organization, and I attended the summit in Toronto in May together with Sakurai, CEO of our company. An international event for the OH industry with over 400 participants from more than 40 countries. The event includes seminars, panel discussions, and parties for network purposes. Participants range from media owners, advertising agencies, tech vendors, investment banks, and more. I heard various keywords at the conference, and I picked out 5 major ones. I can't give you all of them due to time constraints, but topics like from location to audience and the viewpoint that OH is a team play expressed as make others better. Also focused on the importance of creativity and its contribution to ROI, and there was a topic about audience measurement, such as reach and frequency in the OH media mix, where the Liveboard has currently developed and provided. Social media with OH, it's today's topic, so I will focus on this. The person on the left, Michael, is the co-founder of Dive Networks, an agency that specializes in dynamic DOOH. According to him, the combination of social media with OOH has great potential capabilities, and here are 5 key success factors. The first one is the integration with social media to use OOH as a second screen. He also introduced data-driven OOH ad delivery using hashtags and other social media-specific data, as well as hashtag #BillboardFamous, which engages fan communities through OOH. This refers to the use of hashtags to show individuals and celebrities on OOH screens. Also, it shouldn't be always live, but I think the unique advantages of DOH includes sharing the same live feeling or live streaming anytime and anywhere. In the lower right is Tim Bleakley, the CEO of Ocean Outdoor, a global OH media owner. In his presentation, the word social amplification was mentioned, which I assume means to be always on in various activities in everyday life, from social to OH, and from OH to social. This is not a familiar word in Japan, but I've heard of it quite frequently at international conferences. Directly translated, social means shakaiteki, and amplification means, in Japanese, zofuku. So, quite literally, it means shakaiteki zofuku, which is to amplify through social media. The expression is a commonly used marketing jargon. Below is a definition which says it is a process to deliver target products or services to potential audiences. Therefore, I think that what is written as social amplification is also similar to making public effects. Most recently, our CEO Sakurai attended the APAC conference called Outdoor Advertising Convention in Mumbai, India. The combination of social media with OOH was a hot topic there as well. And the slide on the right shows a part of the presentation, including the use of QR codes to enhance engagement and combination of OOH and social media feeds to provide a new interactive experience. Social amplifications are a global requirement, but they're already being used widely in APAC and other regions. To summarize, I believe that social amplification is something that can happen in both directions, offline to online and online to offline. The former is from OOH to SNS, and the latter from SNS to OOH. In the former case, OOH contributes as a diffusion source and could be an ignition point for buzz marketing by providing a sharing point, for example, QR codes or AR markers. On the other hand, in the online to offline approach, I think OOH could be a diffusion medium. For example, I think it can help create buzz, provide recency effects, and help secondary diffusion of social content. Finally, I wrote online to offline to. This is a unique case that is connected back to online. While there has been quite a bit of centralized global buying recently, Liveboard is increasingly providing its domestic inventory worldwide. This is an example of ad purchasing from the US. The Warner Brothers ran their new Matrix movie campaign from the US office. It was a global cross-channel campaign aiming to amplify the power of social media in collaboration with DOH. Through our partner Hivestack, we work with Dive Networks, a company we mentioned earlier that specializes in dynamic DOH to execute this campaign. The key point is to spread local tweets through DOH networks around the world with hashtag, and Liveboard is doing area segmentation and proximity of the location of movie theaters showing the movie. At the forefront of its campaign, intensively deliver ad to create excitement and increase engagement. I think this is a unique example of an online to online campaign where the lucky contributor received a photo of the actual projection in the form of a tweet mentioned with an @ sign. We would like to share a video from Dive Network that gives you an idea of the entire campaign. It is in English, but please take a look. I think you'll be able to get the big picture. After the video, we'll have a session on new capabilities of the integrated online to offline campaign using Twitter and Liveboard from Mr. Osawa of Twitter Japan and Genzono of Liveboard. Thank you for watching, and please enjoy the video.
When Warner Brothers Pictures released the trailers for The Matrix Resurrections, fans took to Twitter to talk about how excited they were to see the newest chapter in the epic series. Leading into the premiere of the film in December 2021, we sought to continue the momentum of the global conversation with the first of its kind, a multilingual, global, and digital out-of-home campaign. We organized a custom content shoot with Keanu Reeves. In the creative, Keanu summons fan tweets across digital billboards of all sizes, turning the world's leading digital billboards into a canvas for the dimension of The Matrix. The enthusiasm for The Matrix Resurrections around the world made for a world-class international campaign and a first of its kind. This global Twitter Billboard Showcase campaign spanned from Mexico to Japan to New York, San Francisco, and Miami. The power of Twitter's multilingual platform brought local, contextual fan conversations in Japanese, Spanish, and English simultaneously to billboards in their respective cities and in real time. A team of in-house moderators across regions helped tweet back photos from each of the global regions, making the fans hashtag Billboard famous, driving the conversation back onto Twitter and further increasing the share of voice on platform and in real life. This campaign pushed the limits of social media, digital out of home, fan engagement, celebrity content, and cinema, providing fans a way to engage and experience The Matrix like never before.
Let's start part 2. New capabilities of the integrated online-offline ad campaign using Liveboard and Twitter. In part 1, we introduced the collaboration between SNS and OH advertising from a global perspective. In part 2, we will discuss domestic cases, Liveboard and Twitter collaborations, and future prospects. This part will be presented by me, Genozono, Director of Client Service Department at Liveboard, and Mr. Osawa, Senior Agency Partner, Advertising Agency Division at Twitter Japan. First, we will give you a brief introduction of Liveboard and Twitter ads, respectively. Liveboard is a joint venture between NTT Docomo and Dentsu Group, which launched its business in February 2019. We are selling a new DOH media by utilizing one of the largest data in Japan owned by Docomo. In addition to our own DOH network, we are working with our partner media owners in various environments such as train stations, train, or even beauty salons. We are aiming to be a one-stop marketplace where clients can buy DOH inventories in every corner of the city, which were consolidated by Liveboard, and currently we deliver more than 860 million impressions per month and has more than 20 million monthly active audiences. I would like to talk about our most recent Twitter usage. This is the figure for the second quarter, and we have surpassed 237.8 million MDAU. MDAU stands for monetizable daily active users, one of the metrics we use in daily business, which means the number of Twitter users per day to whom we can serve ads. These figures are for the entire global market, and we have seen a steady increase. Japan is our second largest market with many users and advertisers. Next, I will briefly explain the distribution of Japanese Twitter users. Due to the spread of smartphones and increase in time spent in contact with information due to COVID, our platform is used by people of all ages, especially those in their teens to 30s. Lastly, I'll go over Twitter advertisement types. The first one is reserved ad that is basically offered to an advertiser limited 24 hours a day. And the second one is programmatic ad that is displayed on Twitter users' timelines with a variety of formats according to the purpose. This is called promoted tweets, and it's one of the basic advertising product on Twitter. As explained in part 1, there is a worldwide focus on the overlapping effect of simultaneous implementations of SNS and OH advertising. We will briefly sketch the customer journey of a specific online to offline integrated campaign, which also includes TV ads. There are two patterns, weekdays and weekends. First, on weekdays, you turn on the TV and you would see an ad for a new product before you go to work. Then you know that a new product will be released soon. You open Twitter app during your lunch break. You will be exposed to a video ad on your timeline, noticing the ad you saw in the morning. Then by seeing the same video ad you saw on TV or on Twitter again on the way back home, you may feel like buying it or trying this product out. I believe we will see a slightly different customer journey during the weekends. For example, if there is an OH campaign activating in Shinjuku, consumers might feel like taking a picture of it and posting it if it's an interesting ad. Some people might see these tweets and decide to go seeing the actual OH ad themselves, or others might find out that the ad is activating around town when they open Twitter before going to bed. So I believe the ad will reach people through Twitter apps, even they can't actually go to the location. To summarize the role of each media, TV can be the trigger of a buzz acquiring wider reach, while Twitter can deliver ads to the right target audience. As for OH, as we mentioned in the customer journey on weekdays, it can be a call to action. For holidays, if the campaign looks very unique and impactful, it will generate online spreading, and so on. Mr. Osawa, what is your impression of this affinity between Twitter and OH? Thank you very much. Over the past few years, we have seen a great increase in the number of campaigns conducted using both Twitter and OOH. We have been working with Lightboard on a number of cases, and we are also actively using OOH in our own campaigns. This is a campaign that we ran at the New Year of 2020. We received permission from users to project the New Year related tweets on OOH screens, such as Happy New Year. As you can see in the image here, users who actually came in contact with OOH ads posted photos of OOH on Twitter, and people who had not come in contact with OOH ad also knew about the campaign. So this Twitter OOH campaign played a role as the starting point for sharing the same feelings. Many tweets were sent out by people whose tweets were actually featured in OOH screens, and we feel that the digital and offline fed excitement to each other cyclically. As an advertiser, Twitter is actively using OOH, and we already have dozens of campaign reviews verifying the effectiveness of Twitter ads and Liveboard. Specifically, here I introduce the benefits of implementing Twitter ads and Liveboard at the same time. There are three major points. One is the strong lift in attitude change due to overlapping contact. Second is the lift of interest through online, offline contact. Third is the lift in footfalls through buzz and recency effects. Let's look at them one by one with specific data. The first one is a strong lift in attitude changes by overlapping contact. When comparing the cases where Twitter ads and Liveboard ads were implemented separately and simultaneously, those who had overlapping contact had higher ad recognition, interest, and purchase intention, respectively. We also analyzed the results in terms of frequencies. With regards to the lift of interest through online and offline contact, the more the audience contacts both Liveboard and Twitter ads, the higher the lift to interest will be seen, rather than Liveboard ad or Twitter ads alone. Looking at the red square, which indicates 5 or more contacts, you can see much higher scores when audience contact Liveboard and Twitter ads in the combination than those who contacted ads with single channel. In this case, 3 contacts with Liveboard ads and 2+ contacts with Twitter ads get higher score than 5+ contacts with Liveboard ads alone or 5+ contacts with Twitter ads alone. The third is the lift in footfalls through buzz and recency effects. As mentioned earlier in the customer journey section, the score of actual in-store purchases is very high due to contact with both Liveboard and Twitter in various situations. These results are based on an average of more than 10 campaigns out of dozens we have conducted in the past. We have proven the overlapping effect of Twitter ads and liveboard ads in three major points. However, in order to maximize the effectiveness of ads, it will be better to deliver ads with seeing the similar audience targeting for both Twitter ads and liveboard, rather than without targeting. We will explain targeting capabilities for both Twitter ads and liveboard. First, Mr. Osawa will explain what kind of targeting capabilities Twitter ads have. Thank you. We have unique targeting capabilities for Twitter ads. Basically, we can define the target segment in combination by user behavior, by interest, and by attributions. I will show some of the targeting scenarios that seems to have particularly high affinity with liveboard. The first one is targeting by attributions. It is possible to specify gender, age, region, etc. The second one is interest-based targeting. Based on the user's historical behavior, we will estimate and define the audience groups of specific interest. Targeting by keywords and emoji is also possible, where we can target based on common hashtags, product names, or keywords that could be a trigger of the campaign. Finally, we have follower targeting capabilities. Deliver ads to target followers of specific accounts. Leveraging these types of targeting capabilities, I believe we can enhance our synergy with Liveboard. Thank you very much for your insights. Liveboard also utilizes Docomo data for various targeting scenarios. In addition to simple demographics targeting, such as targeting by gender and by age, it is also possible to define target segments based on interest and surveys, focus on what kind of behavior the user has engaged in the past and what kind of behavior they would like to engage in the future. The Docomo dataset includes data from apps. It is possible to target based on data such as what kind of apps are installed on individual smartphones and what kind of apps are being activated. By utilizing these kinds of interest and application data, Liveboard also has a very similar targeting capabilities to those Twitter has. We believe that we can further increase the effectiveness of the overlapping effects that I mentioned earlier. In addition to figuring out the concrete business outcomes and targeting efficiencies in ad delivery, as I mentioned in the first part and in the previous section of the customer journey, I think OH amplification is also a trend in marketing. I would like to introduce this trend through a case developed by Twitter and Liveboard. In response to an actual Twitter campaign with a specific hashtag or retweet of a post, Liveboard can project the tweets in real time via OH screens. Here's the process of collecting posts with specific hashtags by Liveboard and project them onto the digital screens in real time. The image below is an example of this process. This is an example of the social amplification triggered by an offline campaign. When your tweet pops up on the Liveboard screen, it will be posted again on SNS. So online buzz amplifies buzz offline, and then it triggers another buzz online. We are now working with Twitter to promote this kind of buzz campaign. Now I would like to talk about Liveboard and Twitter ads and challenges we would like to aim in the future. Liveboard is now in the process of actively promoting ID-based verification of ads effectiveness, while I mentioned earlier about survey-based verification of the ads. We will use Docomo's data to conduct ID-based analysis of people who contacted ads and those who did not. We are now able to verify what actions were taken by those who were exposed to the ads and those who were not. such as whether they visited a store or downloaded an app. In addition to visualizing the effectiveness of Liveboard, we would like to show the proof of effectiveness of integrated online and offline campaigns. But by linking both IDs, for example, we would like to verify whether contact with both Twitter ads and Liveboard ads contributed to store visits or app downloads. I would like to talk about future projects with Liveboard in terms of campaign and measurement. We would like to create a campaign that complements each other, such as having Twitter posts projected on Liveboard to give impression that it is different from regular ads, and having the Liveboard ad as a trigger for people to participate in Twitter campaigns. We believe that these are interactive initiatives that are possible only with Twitter and Liveboard. I would like to summarize 2 points regarding measurement. First, I think that until now, each sector has each measurement metrics for digital or for online separately. Beyond each media sectors, I think the most valuable analysis for advertisers should be the one which gives insights of audiences who are exposed to both digital and offline media and outcomes after the ads exposure. For example, engaged on Twitter followed by OOH ad. We are already partially conducting such analysis with certain agencies, but there are still some issues to be resolved, such as a matching ratio. So we hope to promote more accurate online-offline integrated analysis in the future. OH campaign analysis is the area which used to seem difficult to measure, but it could be a gold mine that will lead to new discoveries in consumer behavior. Secondly, I believe that both Twitter and Liveboard are media of public effects. I would like to promote the visualization of the advertising effectiveness of campaigns that originate from both sides. Not only quantitative behavioral analysis, but also qualitative things like public effects, trending tweets on Twitter boosted by OH. Thank you very much. Lastly, I would like to emphasize on the customer journey of an integrated online-offline campaign again, which shows not only increase purchase intent and interest by combining Twitter ads and Liveboard ads, but also foster buzz throughout the synergy of OH and SNS and create excitement from offline to offline, offline to online, and from online to offline. I hope we can continue to work with Twitter to explore new ways of online offline integrated campaign by using both Twitter ads and Liveboard ads. Thank you very much for your time today, Mr. Osawa.